Hi there, Foxine here. On this episode of Tattoo Tips and Tricks, basically, I'm going to be talking about getting your first tattoo. Kind of like do's and don'ts, just things to think about, just like a whole slew of things. So you want to get your first tattoo. That's great. So here are some things that you're going to want to know. Typically the first thing I ask people, I'm like, well, what are you wanting to get? It's really kind of a good idea to know kind of what you're wanting to get, where, how big, and kind of go from there. And one of the other things is you can always work with your artist. You're going to want to research and find what artist suits you best. Whether if you want like a cartoon tattoo or maybe you're wanting something more realistic. There are tons of artists out there, and you're going to really want to look through and check out their line work, check out how they color, their different stylized art. It's really just kind of a good thing to kind of figure who you're going to want to go with to get what you're wanting. So going back to the figuring out part of what you're wanting, for first tattoos, I definitely recommend something on the smaller side. A lot of times people don't really know their pain threshold, and sometimes getting a tattoo can be a little daunting. I mean, size-wise, maybe 2 to 4 inches, and I mean that's something you can definitely talk to your artist about, what the recommendations are, because you're going to want to make sure that your tattoo, even being the first tattoo, is drawn big enough, so that it has longevity. Scheduling with your artist, just know that most artists, you are required to do like a consultation, and they take deposits. A lot of times it's, money talks, BS walks. If you are wanting to actually schedule and do something, nice, you're going to put your money down so you can, show your artist that, hey, I am committed to this idea. I'm going to be working with you. And I really want to get this done. So going to want to talk to them about their rates. A lot of different shops have a lot of different rates. I mean, for example, my shop, we have an $80 shop minimum. So whether you get like a tiny little dot on your finger, like the base price is going to be, you're going to be spending at least $80. And come 2021, we're going to be $150 an hour. So that's something to keep in mind with your pieces as well, whether you're going to have like a smaller piece, kind of like a mid-range, maybe like 4 to 6 inch piece. Here you might be sitting in the chair for like an hour, hour and a half, so you have to kind of prepare for that. One thing to keep in mind too, any artists that you work with, artists in general, we're not printers. You can't just, throw a design and 2 minutes later get your design printed out. We work really hard to get up to where we're at. We work really hard to be able to draw fast. We work really hard, and we have clientele. You are not our only client. So a lot of times with design work, you'll notice that tattoo artists will either draw the night before, maybe give you a sketch, or there are going to be times where you're going to be walking to your appointment and you're going to be able to see your design right then and there. Last little tidbit for the night before kind of thing, or like the day before your appointment. I know you're going to be super excited to get your piece, but it's really a good idea to get some sleep. I cannot tell you how many horror stories I've had where people have been like, oh yeah, I've been on a plane all night, yeah, and I just got off the plane right here, or like people are like, oh yeah, I was partying all night, just thought I'd get a tattoo the next day. And sleep is one of the really important things that you're going to want to give before your tattoo. Alright, so you've got your design, you've got your size, you've got your artist, you've put down your deposit, you've confirmed, pricing for your tattoo. You understand that we're people, you got some good sleep, so now it's the day of the appointment. Before getting your tattoo, you're going to at least want to eat a big meal an hour to a half an hour beforehand. Drink lots and lots of water, hydrate or dehydrate kind of situation. That's really going to help you with the stamina, with being able to sit in the chair. I mean, as much as, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, needles and carving the skin, but a tattoo, you're essentially drawing within to the second layer of your skin, and you bleed, and it's painful, and having sustenance really does help you, have that kind of stamina so you can be okay. You need to, I know you might have to ask your artist because everybody's a little different, but I highly recommend people bring snacks and water. I mean, not like a whole grocery store, but like bring, I don't know, like a candy bar or like a Lara bar or I don't know, like protein bar? I don't know what those are. Also, and bring some water too. Like you don't, like you're gonna need to keep up your energy, and that really helps. I totally recommend bringing like a snack or two, depending on the size of your tattoo as well. I mean, this video being like your first tattoo, I would recommend just like a small snack and some water. Dress for your tattoo. So if you're going to get a leg tattoo, you might want to bring a pair of shorts to change into. Or if you're getting like a tattoo on your arm, make sure you either have like a tank top or something, because I mean, you can roll up your sleeve, but chances are you may get ink on your shirt. Or if you're okay with it, that's cool. Or if you have like kind of like an older shirt that you don't mind getting ink on, do that. I've had plenty of clients try to maneuver and hold and try to, hold it while you're tattooing, and you get in the way, and you get ink on things, and just, it's okay to bring a change of clothes. One thing that a lot of people don't think about, make sure you have your ID, and make sure you bring your money. I mean, those seem like no-brainer things, but you'd be surprised on how many people actually forget those kind of key elements. I'm pretty sure it's the same across the board, but any reputable tattoo shop will not tattoo you without a physical ID. No, you cannot text the picture. No, you cannot email it later. A lot of times, actually not a lot of times, sometimes they might be lenient, and don't even think about that. Just bring your ID. You need a valid driver's license, valid ID, or a birth certificate. Something with your birthday, something with a picture if applicable. I know like each state has a different kind of setup, but definitely do that. Bring enough money for your tattoo. I know I personally like to tip at least a minimum of 20 to 25% or above. I know in some countries, like outside the United States, they don't really do the whole tipping thing, but it is kind of polite and to tip your artist in any kind of like service industry. Tipping is kind of one of those subjects that people kind of have mixed feelings on. A lot of times, if I have a piece of artwork or a tattoo, I try to at least, like, I guess let me see an example. There have been times where I've just dropped an extra $100 for a tip. I mean, I guess good rule of thumb is pretty much at that 20%, but ultimately, I guess you don't have to. To me, it just feels like it's a little bit more polite, and artists remember that. Like, if I've got clients that don't tip me, I really, I guess I'm guilty of not spending as much time on pieces as I should. But I remember when people tip, it gives me the chance to be able to put a little bit extra in there, and it allows me to give people extra perks as well. I mean, there have been points where I have these awesome clients that tip extra big, and I'll give them like extra time. I won't charge them for extra time. I'll make sure like their designs are super extra. One of the things that you're going to want to also do for your first tattoo is, once you're in the chair and the artist has started, listen to your body. You're getting a piece of artwork kind of carved into your body, and sometimes the body goes into your fight or flight mode, and there's a possibility that you could pass out. Now, it doesn't happen very often, but you want to listen to your body. What I tell my clients is at any point in time, if you need me to stop, you tell me stop. If you're starting to feel yucky, if you're starting to feel, really, really hot, getting really, really sweaty, just feel like you're going to throw up, stop me. I'd rather you do that and let me catch you, let you catch your breath, than pass out on my floor. I have had people fall on me. I've had people throw up. I've had people just go into shock. It happens. It's, you're having a new sensation happening to your body, kind of damaging the tissue, kind of, it's carving into your body. Hopefully that doesn't all scare you or scare you away from the idea of it, but I'm kind of that realistic person. I'm going to tell you kind of how it is, and that's just how it is. But say you finished everything, you got your new tattoo. It's all cool and pretty and you're excited and you're wanting to show it off and everything, and it's so excited. I love that energy when people get their first tattoos and they get their, it's the new tattoo thing and you're excited with them, and that's one of my favorite feelings. I love that. But as far as aftercare goes, you're going to want to listen to your artist. I'm going to repeat that. Listen to your artist. Every single artist out there will tell you a different way to heal your tattoo. Every single friend that you have that has a tattoo will tell you a different way to heal your tattoo. The internet is so full of opinions, you could just drown in opinions on how to heal your tattoo. But don't listen to them. Listen to your artist. They're going to know the best way for you to heal the tattoo. Make sure that your artist gives you an aftercare sheet. Read that aftercare sheet. Read it. It says it. It outlines it. It's really cool. It's like information for you to help you. Weird. But yeah, no, there are so many different ways to heal your tattoos, and there's so many different ways that you can mess up that healing process. So unfortunately, if you happen to be one of those people that has a hard heal, you need to contact your artist first. Like if you think it's infected, if you think it's, you're having an allergic reaction, you think, it's acting a little weird, contact your artist. Just do that. Just do it first. Then you can ask your buddy Joe over here who's got like a body suit of tattoos, or ask Auntie Carol over here who, got one tattoo back in the 70s, what she thinks. But if you're having a hard heal, I cannot stress this enough. Just contact your tattoo artist. Like, most of the time, smaller tattoos, beginner tattoos, you're going to heal it just fine. You're going to baby that thing. You're going to treat it nice and make sure it's all taken care of. And so, like, my confidence is in you. But when all else fails, contact your artist. So a lot of the things that I've talked about on this channel, you'll probably notice they'll kind of intersect, and I'll repeat myself throughout my videos. Because it all kind of interconnects. If I missed anything on this, or if you have more in-depth questions, just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. So I hope you're enjoying my crazy videos. Obviously, like, I'm trying to keep them as unscripted as I can. I have, like, my little note sheet, but I'm trying to just make this as informative as I can. But if you like my stuff, please, hit that like button, subscribe, and hopefully, we'll get some more, and I'll get some more interesting stuff here for you. I think my next one will be on kind of like tattoo pet peeves. So that one's really kind of funny. But yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for watching.